Hi, I have another story for you. Since we're talking about the letter U, I thought it would be funny to read this story. And this is called Charlie's Superhero Underpants. Which word in that title starts with the letter U? Charlie's Superhero Underpants. Yeah, I see the letter U right here. Underpants starts with the letter U. Okay, this is a funny story. I know you like funny stories. So this is written by Paul Bright and illustrated by Lee Wildish, right? We know the author, what does the author do? Writes the words and the illustrator draws or paints the pictures. This is a funny story. Okay, let's see. This is called Charlie's Superhero Underpants. Look, what is he doing? Wow, he's so strong, like a superhero. Saving someone, lifting a car up, huh? So let me ask you a question. Here's Charlie. He's just a little boy, right? Just a regular old little boy. And we saw that he lifted up a car and he's standing on a building. Do you think this is going to be a made-up story, a fiction story, or is it going to be a non-fiction informational text? Yeah, I think it's going to be fiction, right? Why do you think it's going to be fiction? Of course, I mean, little kids aren't superheroes, and little kids can't stand on buildings and lift up cars, right? It's a made-up fun story. Okay, so look at that. Sometimes you have underwear that say things on them, so some people have superhero underwear, but these underwear. On a wild and windy day, round about the end of May, a great and gusting gale blew the washing clean away. Socks and vests, a woolly hat, but far worse than all of that, young Charlie's superhero underpants. Uh-oh. Remember we said a gale is a really heavy wind? Uh-oh. What's going to happen? As it soared into the sky, the washing billowed, flapped, and swirled until it slowly scattered to all the corners of the world. Though they searched for days and nights with boats and planes and satellites, they found no trace of Charlie's superhero underpants. They had POW, P-O-W, POW across the front in giant letters, bold and black, with Krzap and Oof and Splat a little smaller on the back. And villains would take fright as Charlie pulled his pants up tight, his scarlet superhero underpants. Scarlet is a color. It's red. It's also a name, right? Hi, Scarlet. Charlie packed some sandwiches, some sardines, and some soap, a mirror, fan, and toothbrush, and a big brass telescope. Don't worry and don't wait, he said. I may be back quite late, but I've got to find my scarlet underpants. First, Charlie grabbed a ride with a band in a balloon, and they crossed the choppy channel to a bouncy, brassy tune. Then they saw a fine French fox wearing Sister Sophie's socks, but no sign of Charlie's underpants. Wow, that wind blew that laundry across the world. Charlie hiked across the endless plain of Serengeti, where the insects made him itchy and the sunshine made him sweaty. There he saw a lion with a stripy shirt and tie on, but no scarlet superhero underpants. Uh-oh. I think he was wearing his dad's tie and shirt. That must have been on the laundry line, huh? Charlie climbed and clambered up the plateau of Peru, where the breeze that blows at night makes you shiver through and through. He found a pair of llamas wearing Brother Ben's pajamas, but he couldn't find his scarlet underpants. Llamas in pajamas? Llama, pajama. Boom, that rhymes. Uh-oh. Charlie searched the length of the mighty Mississippi, though the Mississippi's muddy and the mud's all soft and slippy. And an alligator sat wearing Grandpa's woolly hat, but it wasn't wearing Charlie's superhero underpants. Wow. Here he goes. He's still looking. Charlie was fed up. He felt lonely, tired, and small on a steep and snowy hillside in the mountains of Nepal. When suddenly he saw, in that land of ice and cold, a huge and hairy creature, something wondrous to behold. Charlie blinked and rubbed his eyes. It couldn't be. It could. Oh, what do you think that creature is going to be up in the snowy mountains? Look at that guy. For there, in Charlie's underpants, a Yeti proudly stood. That's like a snow monster, right? It's like a ice snow monster. My underpants, cried Charlie. They're the ones I love the most. But they're mine now, growled the Yeti. And they keep me warm as toast. I'll swap you, Charlie said. You'll be snug from toes to head if you'll give me back my scarlet underpants. Swap means trade, right? Well, Charlie thanked the Yeti and he pulled his pants up tight. They had pow across the front, so he put them on just right. He raised one arm up high and he flew into the sky in his scarlet superhero underpants. Dun, da, da, da. And there's the Yeti waving goodbye. Bye. So what did Charlie trade the Yeti for his underpants? What did he swap with him? Do you see what the Yeti's wearing? Yeah. Right? It was all the things that he collected from his laundry line, from his family, that he found all over the world. He gave them to the Yeti so the Yeti could be happy and warm, and now he's got his POW underpants back. And on the back it says Kerzap, oof, and splat. That was funny, right? That was a funny story. Now we know for sure. If we had any question of whether that story was fiction, which is a made-up story, and nonfiction, which is a real informational text, we know for sure. There's many reasons why we know it's a fiction story. It's a funny made-up story, right? Laundry doesn't fly off the line and go all over the world, right? And animals don't wear all different hats and all kinds of clothes, and certainly a Yeti does not wear underwear. And even, are Yetis even real? Good question. I hope you enjoyed this story. I thought it was really funny. Before I go, I just want to go over this number with you. Do you know what number this is? Ain't it great? It's number 8. Yeah, you have a number 8 worksheet to complete, okay? I just want to go over with you how we make a number 8, okay? So the rhyme for this is, see where the dot is? You know, that's where we start. So it says, make an S and do not wait. Go back up, and that's an 8. Okay? So you make an S and don't wait and go back up, and that's an 8. You know how to make an S already. Start at the top, right? Make an S, don't wait, go back up, and that's your number 8. Okay? Good luck tracing the letter 8, and maybe you can even try to find 8 objects. You know, if you take 8 objects, find 8 of one thing. 8 chocolate chips, 8 Cheerios, 8 blocks, and you can have some fun pulling the number apart, right? So if I have 4 lollipops, right, and then I have 4 more lollipops, and I put those lollipops together, I will have 8 lollipops. So now I have 8 lollipops, right? What if I pulled them apart, right? And I put 5 lollipops over here, and I put 3 lollipops over here, I would still have 8 lollipops. I just broke them up differently. I added 5 and 3, and I made 8. So if you can find any objects and just play around with that, that would be lots of fun, okay? So I know you're doing a great job at home doing all your work. I'm seeing your work, I'm talking to you, and I'm really proud of you, and I think you're doing a superstar job. You are all superstars, okay? Have a fun Friday and have a great weekend. Mwah.